a month away from getting the season underway.
Well, it's finally fun to be able to have the opportunity, get the full 20 hours in. We've been going 4 hours a week. Now we get to go to 20. The kids are excited. I say kids, the young men are excited. They're working their tail off. They're doing a really, really good job, and it's fun to go a good 3 hours on the court now.
Tell us a little bit about some of the new additions, a lot of new faces on this program, kind of what they bring.
We have a lot of new additions. We have basically 2, maybe 3 players back from last year. You got Amar Aguilar, who was the JC Player of the Year in the country last year. 6'5" guard, strong, good shooter, good driver. We picked up a really good shooter in DJ Douglas, David Douglas. He was the Freshman of the Year in his conference, probably one of our best shooters. AC Alex Crawford is a 6'8" to 6'7.5" jumper out of San Diego City College. Another player I think people are going to really like. We have Morris Seck, who we're hoping to get back in the next 4 to 6 weeks from his ACL. 7-footer from Hawaii, who's going to give us a lot of bulk and strength inside. Geez, got to keep remember. Basically everybody is new. Our little guy, Jasir, is 5'9", just works his tail off. Just one of our better shooters also. Point guard and Zayon Collins. Zayon is a true point guard. He knows how to run the floor. And he's fun to play with because the players like him because he's a pass-first point guard. Somebody's gonna be mad at me. Who I forget? Let me take a look. Okay, we got JB from Joshua Bonga from Germany, another combo guard who'll be a 1-5 guard for us, playing in that position. And again, just a solid. We're really a pretty young team. I mean, we have the one senior. We got a lot of freshmen, a lot of new players, but a lot of really good kids.
How do you get a team full of newcomers to gel together in time for the basketball season?
Well, that's my job. I got to make sure I get it done. It's, doing the one time at Pepperdine, I realized how hard it was. I think it's a little bit easier now because back then you used to start October 15th. And you would have a game November 5th, 6th, or 7th. At least now we get 30 full practices before that first game. So I feel a little bit more confident. It's just a lot to put in when you want to put in because our defense is a little different from the traditional defense and the offense is a little bit different from the traditional offense. So it's a little bit tougher too.
Personally, how are you making the jump from high school to coaching Division I college?
I've done it before, so it's not like it's something new. I've gone from the JC to Division I to the NBA, so I've had the opportunity to see a lot of different levels. So that part really is nothing new. To me, basketball is basketball. These guys just jump a little bit higher, move a little bit faster, and much better athletes.
Speaking of what she was saying about the recruits coming in, you definitely loaded up at the guard positions, stuff like that. How much will the new recruits at guard make such a good contribution to the team going forward?
Well, they're going to have to for us, because if the dribble drive, we're a guard-oriented offense. For me personally, I like every one of my players to play like a guard, be able to handle the ball, to be able to shoot the ball, be able to penetrate and create. So that's the one thing that is a little bit different. Even Elijah, I forgot about Elijah Price. Elijah's a 6'9.5". He's going to play guard forward for us at times. He's going to be able to be on the perimeter, go inside and go outside. So for us, guys that can do both handle the ball and shoot the ball really helps us.
Speaking about your offense, like you said, you're known and famous in establishing the dribble fast motion offense. How do you think that's going to apply to the Mountain West Conference when you go up against schools like San Diego State and such?
Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? We're going to see. I just like, again, for me, I love the up-tempo. San Diego State's going to do their thing. They're known for slowing things down and so forth. I just want to go a little bit more up-tempo. I think fans are going to enjoy it, and I think it's going to be a little different from what most of the people in the league are going to see.
When it comes to Zayon, what did you see in him that kind of made you want to give him the second chance, another opportunity?
With Zayon, I think the biggest thing there is the people that were behind him that gave me a call and said, Coach, if I was you, I'd take a look at him. Take a look at him. I think a lot of you guys know who Tim Gergovich is. He used to coach with Tark. He lives in Vegas and got a lot of respect. I worked with him. Coach Welch worked with him, and he said he's the real deal. He says he's a good kid. Obviously, it was a very sad situation, but he's, and I talked to one of my other assistant coaches who does individual work in Vegas. He also said the same thing.
Coach, was there trepidation about making that decision, and how did you finally determine he was worth bringing in?
It was a lot of trepidation. I mean, again, for me, I sat down, not only with Zayon, I sat down with his mom and dad, and we talked about a lot of different things, what the situation is going to be like, what it's going to be. I sat down with my athletic director, I sat down with our president, just making sure everything would be okay. And then with our Project Rebound here, the deal that we have here on our campus, I thought was a good way to also incorporate, Zayon in.
What has been surprising about this process, adding NIL, adding all the things that are happening?
It's a lot of time. You got to find, been blessed. We've got a couple people in town have been phenomenal, helping us. We actually had one donor give us $500,000 a week ago, which was really, really nice. It's a very special person, which I really, really appreciate. I mean, I'll be honest with you, the way it is nowadays, the more money you have, the better team you're going to get. It's just fact of life. We lost out on 4 or 5 players. If we had a couple 100,000 more at the time, we could have got. But it is what it is. You just do the best, and you got to move on.
How can Fresno State build a presence NIL-wise in college basketball?
I'm sorry.
How can Fresno State build an NIL presence in college basketball during your time here?
We just, I think it's a combination. I think if we put a good product on the floor, and how the people in this town are, if they see hardworking kids that really give back to the community, I think we'll get the help from the community. But I think it's a big part of how we handle ourselves out there and how hard and the excitement that we bring to the community.
Coach, your schedule recently released. What are you excited about, and what should fans be excited about this year?
Well, the good part is we got good games. The bad part, most of them are on the road. It's really hard to get anybody good to come here. I know some people are a little afraid of the dribble drive and this or that, but I think we got definitely a very good schedule for for our fans to be able to see home and away.
And all that schedule, the Bulldogs were invited to the Aquashort Invitational in Palm Springs. You guys will be playing in front of a national television audience. What does that do for your program, knowing that you're going to be seen not only for your first year dinner, but people will actually get to see this new Bulldog team on a national scope?
No, I think it's phenomenal. We want to play in those types of games. I think you're going to see next year, we're in the process right now of having 1 or 2 really big games, with teams. I can't tell you yet who it's going to be, but we're in that process. We want to have a good schedule.
How are you guys in practice right now? You guys first day of practice today? You guys started
Today is day 3. We went last Friday, we went Sunday. Today's day 3 of going full time. Again, we haven't done anything on defense, so we're starting to try and get some of the defense in. And I'm just telling you right now, if you want to watch practice, put your cameras far back, because this ball's going every which way. Our turnovers are way up. We got to get a lot better that way. But they're playing hard and they got great attitudes.
And then last question for me, what did you learn about the transfer portal over the last couple months on the job?
Well, when I got it, you got to remember the portal was already 3 weeks gone. So we had 3 weeks to go with it. And I thought, honestly, for that little bit amount of time and the money that we had, I thought we'd done a very good job. Again, we're already looking, we have one coach that's his whole job is to keep an eye on that portal, see who opens up and see how we can make it that much better.
It's obviously a big thing to get the Red Wave to come to the Sanmar Center and watch the games and stuff like that. Well, what it's going to have to take for your program to get more excitement, to generate more people to get in the stands at Sanmar Center?
Well, I think we're in that process right now. I don't know if you know, we've been doing camps up and down the whole valley. We've done a lot of free clinics from basically all the way down Hanford, Visalia, Corcoran, up to Merced, all the way around. We got a free camp coming up for 500 Fresno and Clovis young kids coming up. So we're trying to build it from the ground up. And then again, I think it comes to the exciting, playing exciting basketball and winning. You know that if we win, people will come.
Get practice underway and just get ready for the season.
It's been very exciting. I mean, for me to come back to the D1 level, a new group of guys. We grew close with each other, so it's been very exciting. It's been very fun since we've been practicing so far.
A lot of new additions on this roster. Only 2 guys coming back from last year. What's it been like to mesh together, and how's this team working together?
I feel like we fit each other like perfect well. I mean, we all like have like good at our own thing, and we just all fit with each other. Fit pretty really good. Really the coaching staff, honestly. I grew a close relationship with every coach. That was the biggest part for me, growing a relationship with all coaches. And they all showed me what I could do, like what I could be in the future and help me help me in my future as well.
We talked over the summer, you had an offer from Arizona State. What made Fresno State better than Arizona State in your opinion?
Coach Warburg. That was the biggest part for me, Coach Warburg. He was basically just honest with me from the start. He didn't tell no lies to me, and he just tried to help me be better as a person and a basketball player.
Do you guys think about trying to fill the Save Mark Center, knowing that the numbers and the fans have not been there in a while? Do you guys talk about that? Like, hey, we want to be excited.
Yeah, that's our biggest goal. This year, I think we're going to fill the stadium very well. I think we're going to surprise a lot of people with a new team, new coaching staff, and I think we could be the best team in the Mountain West.
You're one of the first commits. What was it like seeing this roster fill up and getting to know the other guys?
It was definitely different for me. I've never been the first to ever commit on any roster. And like not knowing like who we're gonna bring in, but I just know like as so far the group of guys that we brought in is a great group of guys, and I think we're gonna have a great team.
How has it been getting to know these guys who are coming from all over the country just like you are?
Yeah, that's really crazy. Everybody's from different places, but I mean we all like fit each other well. Like we all hang out every day. We go places with each other. Everything we do is as a group, so no one's really by themselves.
Just make sure you're a senior, right? Just make sure you're a senior.
Redshirt junior.
With you being a junior and everything else, people are looking at leadership and stuff like that. What do you think the team is looking up to you for in terms of your performance on the court?
I feel like all the guys look up to me a lot. I feel like they follow my league a lot in practice. So, I mean, for this year, I just got to keep doing what I'm doing for everybody else to play at the level I'm playing at.
And there's good Mountain West competition, obviously, especially with San Diego State. How excited for you to play a caliber of a team like that on the schedule?
I'm excited to play every team on the schedule. It feels good to be back at the D1 level, so I'm ready for every team we're going to have to face against this year.
And like I was asking Coach earlier, you guys got invited to the Aquashirt Invitational in Palm Springs in November. What's it like knowing that around Thanksgiving time, you guys are going to play in front of a national television audience?
It won't be my first time, so I was just playing on ESPN and JUCO National Championship games, so it's going to be very exciting for me again.
I just heard about like Vance joining like the staff this year, and I thought like his like style of play like really fits my game. You know, a lot of fast pace, up and down stuff like that. So I thought like my game, like my ability, to, like translate to like what he's trying to do. So it was exciting like when Vance had came to Fresno.
You were here last year, and you've been around the program. So how does it feel different this year compared to last year?
Just different this year because I feel like I got like good experience, so I feel like I know like. It's like long season, just rehab, just knowing when to rest and when to working out. So I feel like I'm like ready this year to have a good year.
Do you feel like there's been a new life injected, bringing in a new coach, a new staff?
I feel like, yeah, like just a whole new staff, whole new players. So we all just trying to like get along, you know, figure each other out, get the chemistry down. And we're all like excited. We come out here every day and compete and like, you know, we ready for the season.
You're one of like 3 guys that were in this gym at this time last year that are still back.
Yeah.
What's it like to look around and see things so different?
You know, it's kind of cool because I feel like what happened like last year, you know, it's like a lot of up and down. So like just coming in, like a fresh start and like things are different. I feel like it's like good, like change the scenery and everything.
How does the system fit you?
I feel like the system fits me well because, you know, I play like above the rim, like get downhill a lot, like I have athletic ability and stuff like that. So I feel like Vance's system like really like helps me that way to like polish my game and show what I can do.
Position you're fitting in at?
I think right now I'm kind of like working at playing like the point guard and a little bit like the shooting guard, so like on the ball and off the ball.
People looking at Fresno State say this team is mostly built by the transfer portal. How does a transfer portal built team succeed in the Mountain West?
This transfer portal is like collecting guys like from like different programs like that have like experience, whether that's like other like college guys, other JUCO guys, just like getting the guys you need to like bring it all together and just make things mesh.
Speaking of new and everything else, what has Coach Wahlberg brought to the program so far in terms of practicing and getting your guys' mentality right going into the season?
He just been on us hard about knowing that like we need to be in shape for one thing, because like the way we play is like really fast and up and down. So he really been getting on us about staying in shape.
What's one of Wahlberg's rules that you like?
Shoot, just next play mentality. Like whatever happens, like when you make a mistake, if you like going hard, make a mistake, just don't worry about it. Keep on playing, because you know basketball happens. Like you make mistakes. So I like the little next play mentality that he sets in there.
Is that different from Hudson last year or during your time here?
A little bit different, but yeah.
Obviously, he's bringing the fast dribble offense to the program. So far, how do you think the team has been doing in terms of adjusting to that playbook?
I feel like we're doing pretty good. Like, you know, like when we first got here for summer workouts, you know, it was like kind of like rough, like everybody getting used to each other. But I feel like now that we starting officially, I feel like everybody's starting to like pick up on things, and you know, it's starting to come together.
How do you think that type of offense will apply when you play against the bigger teams like San Diego State?
I feel like it'll apply well because like we're playing like up and down a lot. It's like not like a stop, and like we're like constantly like going. So I feel like if you play anybody, it'll be like kind of hard to like keep up with us because we're always like on the go.
And you guys got invited to the Invitational in Palm Springs. What's it like knowing that you guys are going to play in front of a television audience and we'll see that bulldog, double fast motion offense?
No, it's pretty exciting for me. Like, you know, I always love playing in like environments like that, like on TV in front of big crowds. So it kind of like brings like the best out of me, and I'm pretty sure everybody else on the team is excited for that too.
And obviously the big thing has been trying to get people into the stands in the Save Mark Center to see you guys play. So far, what do you think it's going to have to take as the season goes on to get more people into the stands in the Save Mark Center?
I just feel like we gotta like come together, start winning games, you know, show what we can do, like show like this new system about, and then I feel like the fans will like our new style of play, and it will bring more attention to Save Mark.